What's going on, everybody? I am finally back from a little trip to San Diego. Went to the Trade Ideas Summit. Was definitely a super awesome time. Saw a ton of big names. Sat down at a table next to Bella Kunal, Paul Singh from Bulls on Wall Street, and Brian Shannon. So it was really a super good time. Probably about 100 people there. So I know it was live streamed too. So and if you watched it, it was definitely worth it. Lots of good information. But sitting here in the morning, I know from past experience that anytime I take, a number of days off, I usually come back the next Monday or so and trade, and usually it ends up being a red day. So what I want to do today is I wanted to kind of show up late to the market. I didn't want to be pressured into taking any super early trades. If they end up being red, it just kind of really throws me off for the rest of the day. So I just wanted to show up late and see what happens with the rest after the first 10 minutes of the day. My computer is lagging really hard here. What's going on? My mouse keeps disappearing. So I haven't gotten a chance to take a look at anything yet. But I know this AMD right now is easily the most heavily traded one right now. But it looks like there's a number of stocks that are in play right now. NETE is a big one here. Opening range play right now, above 10. Up 150%. Coming back from 4. Jeez. Looks like the SPY is a little green. Pretty volatile though. Just made a 50-cent candle move here and dropping a half a dollar. Square's got something going on at 75 for sure. I actually might want to get in on that. I could probably go, I don't know, I'm not going to trade too big today. I'm going to take it easy for the most part. Alright, so let's see what's in play. SPY's in play, AMD's in play, Square's in play, Lava, BMY, YNDX. I know that Uber IPO is some somewhat big news. It looks like Momo is up 10%. The Chinese internet stocks are making big gaps up here, it seems. PTD. That seems to be about a good number. Maybe HAL too. So let's see. Missed a solid 3 days of trading here, so wasn't here for these past 3 days. Looks like we've been somewhat trending down. Kind of something here. Yeah, definitely something there. Haven't had my computer on in a few days here. It seems to be lagging a little bit. I think we'll stick with that. AMD, bunch of lines no longer in play. Big drop off yesterday. Looks like we're bouncing up. Square ain't coming back. I need to put these on actual Lightspeed platform. Square ain't come back, that's too bad. AMD crashing, SPY crashing a little bit. So what else? We have Baba. NETE also moving down. YNDX. Man, I don't know what the deal is. Computer's just not moving fast. Alright, well, everything's dropping here. Tilray doing. Oh, wait a second. Trying to go red to green right now. Made a little bump above, and we failed. I'd probably just go 50 on this. There's no need to even go 100. Want to watch TLRY here. I know it's always got that low volume, but that doesn't mean anything. JD's kinda sitting along VWAP here. Nothing too special to overcut on. Yeah, we're just now getting underneath it. Not a really good bounce here, so I don't think I have a trade on it. And we have Bob. Yeah, everything's kind of making the same pattern here. Not trading the SPY yet. SPY was actually a fake out opening range break if I've ever seen one. What else? Momo PDD. Momo ain't do anything. Well, nothing really. BMY gapping down a bunch percent here, coming back to VWAP. Don't want to take it long. We're just reading the tape. See what it wants to do. SPY almost turning red here. Well, none of these stocks were able to hold VWAP. MU's a little in play here. Big sell-off, man. MU has just lost so much. I think JC Peretz had the most interesting topic to talk about. I mean, that guy goes through so many charts, things that I've never even heard of. Different countries, ETFs, bonds, paying attention to the whole bond market. I mean, the way that everything he made seem was like a fake breakout and ready to move lower. It was just crazy stuff. Well, geez. Alright, well, there's definitely nothing to trade right now, so hopefully I'll turn this back on and see something. Alright, so I'm watching BMY here. Had a little failed breakdown here, bought back up pretty hard, a little failed push underneath VWAP, and then we kind of failed to break out of this consolidation here and came back in between this range. But again, it's starting to look like it wants to curl up again. The market has been dropping pretty hard, so definitely more on the short side of things. And during this little push here, we had a decent number of green on here, some big chunks in there, but there was just nothing afterwards, and it just got stuffed right back down again. So I'm thinking that there might be a trade here to the short side. I mean, it could very well squeeze too. I don't really know. Yeah, there's squeeze. I mean, again, if it's another failed push, which it kind of seems like it's doing here, might have something under 27. Stop loss will be maybe 20 cents. I'm just gonna go 100 shares. I mean, there's no reason to push anything. Okay. The low of this is 22, so 21. I'm gonna add another 100 in. So we'll see what happens if we can break down underneath this. Though with this stock, it seems to be that I might need to give it more than just one attempt at a push, because you know, it's been consolidating through this for a while, so I might want to be able to give it at least 20 cents. I mean, if it gets back up into the 40s, then I can definitely hit out of it. But it kind of reminds me of one of the older trap trader trades that I took, where it took a solid 4 or 5 minutes to really start breaking down. So it looks like we've been getting stuck at 34 for the past few minutes, so if we can break underneath this 35. Little push there. BMY seems to be the only thing making any kind of interesting pattern. Nothing else is really doing anything special. Might be it here. See if we can get a good break. Wow, just can't seem to do it. is actually kind of at a big support line right now. And it's got some space. Okay, there we go. Finally got in 100. Anything, yeah, definitely at 40, I'm out. SPY's dropping, make a new low a day, that's definitely gonna help. Ticks are also really negative too. This should start making a move. Alright, full size. Gotta worry about 10 cents for sure, because daily level 10 cents was a big one too. I think if I was going full size on this, I'd probably have about 500, 600 shares. Yeah, 36, I'm wrong. Seeing more red as we go. Not really getting any big pullbacks here. Could be a decent ad spot. The SPY's really helping out. I didn't even check their news for today. Downgrade. We're definitely, it is not like any of the other trap trader trades that I took where we get a good break right away. So definitely 36, I'm out. BMY, Citigroup lowered, so basically just downgraded. SPY still pushing new low days. You know, I could probably add into this again. Unless I'm just gonna get stopped out. $35 was last hold. There it is. No big deal. Could end up squeezing and going long now, but I don't like the pattern anymore. I can't really get a clear read on much of anything. I mean, if it doesn't want to break down for the SPY being down a 1.5 here, there might not just be any trade on this. I might just keep going back and forth. Had a decent little push, but just couldn't really get anything going. definitely not a clear spot to long it that I like. If I take it above 51, I mean, my risk could be potentially 20 cents. We got all kinds of moving averages coming down. This 50 is going to catch up pretty soon here. And the 5-minute 9 EMA is at 80. And we just closed. It's like Apple and Facebook are holding pretty strong. Yeah, I think BMY is the only interesting thing right now. Everything else is just pretty far away from VWAP or not doing anything special. IQ's got some kind of triangle here. Might be something later, but volume is super low on it. Yeah, relative volume's at 1.5, so nothing special there. CGC just kind of broke out here. Might have been a decent long. I think this was the trigger point right here, is above this candle at 45. Made a decent little push, about 75. Came right back, might retest the moving averages. BMY is back at 20. And there's the drop. Bought back up again. Really strange. SPY found a bottom, now it's bouncing up again. Closed almost half of what it lost on the day, and yet BMY is now dropping. I don't like anything on it anymore, so I'm gonna let it go. Yeah, CGC failed. IQ is pushing. Maybe it'll pop above VWAP, but all these times it got above VWAP just completely stuffed. IQ is a really ugly looking 5-minute chart. Engulfing, came right back. Shadowing, engulfing, all over the place. Wow. So what did I miss? I guess it needed to retest one more time before it made the move. Original stop loss is 40, but I mean, they're supposed to break right then and there. They're not supposed to go for another push higher. That was a solid move though. Five-minute really doesn't tell me much of anything. Just a bunch of super small dojis and hammers. You know what? Maybe it was the 5-minute closing underneath VWAP, because the rest of these are all closing above VWAP. That might have been it. Maybe it just needed a little bit more time. Because I mean, even when it's up here, it still looks weak. I mean, still low volume on the pullback. Now it's just starting to rise up. Well, at least I'm glad I took one. I actually asked a question at the Trade Idea Summit to Dr. Brett, talking about paralysis by analysis. He mentioned it a little bit in his speech that he was given, and I just kind of thought about it, and I figured that's what's been the problem with me lately with these trap trader trades, where I just keep letting them go. You know, I wait for confirmation, and he was saying, you know, you wait for so much confirmation, then I mean the trade's just gone and it's left you. And it's nothing that I didn't know, nothing that I wasn't aware of. It was just what was causing me to not pull the trigger, you know, get in on the thing. And his suggestion was that you use visualization techniques, but you visualize yourself getting stopped out instead of visualizing yourself get in the trade. So first thing I told myself whenever I entered this trade is I'm gonna get stopped out on this trade. And I mean, me trading smaller obviously doesn't mean too much of anything, but something I'll keep in my head going forward. Just visualize getting hit out and being okay with it and moving on. So not really much of anything else at the moment. I'd be surprised if I saw something later, but I'll stick around. We'll see what happens. Okay, I am going to be done. I've been really catching up on the internet. I got so many videos to watch, it's ridiculous. Well over a couple of days worth of stuff. So only trade I took was on BMY, and you can still see that it is just stuck in between this range here. This actually might be a good case for one of my front side trades where I take it short right in front of this 40 level, you know, just keep running it back and forth from VWAP to the 40. Well, it worked a couple of times. I have to pay attention to it again, see what it's doing. The 20 just caught up on the 5 though, might influence it a little bit. But the trade that I took started looking pretty good, just really didn't get any follow through. So this was one of my trap trader trades that I'm trying to take. So we got decent up move at the beginning, downgraded first of all for the news, came back to VWAP, closed underneath a little bit, kind of getting stuck above it, not really moving either direction, get a hard break underneath VWAP, bought straight back up, engulfing candle, and again just kind of stuck in this little range. And then I figured that this one might be the tell, so I could be looking to short something underneath this 22 right here. But then it decided to move a little bit higher on another push about this 51, 51 kind of matching with this candle over here. And then after we failed that one, I figured, okay, you know, there could be a lot of longs in this little area in here. trying to hit out once we get underneath. So I took a short underneath this candle here at this 28 level, just half size to start, and then I took another position underneath this candle here at this 22. So I was about 200 shares short, average of about 23.5. Really didn't get any drops at all. Didn't make a move. I figured we could probably start looking to take profits about 10, 51.10ish. But we just didn't get anything. Bought straight back up, went back up to this 40, and then topped out at about 42. It looks like before it really did finally make a move, and I believe that move finally came because of the 5 minutes here. We finally had a candle close underneath. Low of this was 15.16, so this candle closed at 10.10. So on, I guess it would have been the 15 then. No, it couldn't have been the 15. I'm not sure which one of these candles was the close of it. Either way, it closed underneath VWAP on that 5 minute, and then it took off once we got underneath of this 15 level here. So I think if I did want to take it again, I probably could have taken an anticipation entry, probably underneath VWAP after it kind of came back and again was still struggling, and then I could have added again once it got underneath that 15. I mean, that's the move that I'm looking for. But this one was kind of tricky. I mean, it didn't act any of the other ways that I've ever seen a trap trader trade play out. So this one was kind of sketchy. And then you can see now that we're just all over the place, not doing much of anything. So feels good to be back after being away from trading for however many days. I'm always feeling antsy to get back to the computer and doing these kind of things. Definitely feeling much better about my trap trader trades going forward. I think Dr. Brett really helped me out with what he was talking about there. So definitely plenty to look forward to this week. I'll be back again tomorrow. Thanks for watching.